Hello guys, welcome back to Knitting Catalog. I'm happy to be in your presence today. Today guys, I just want to, knit a customer vest. A customer reached out to me and she said she wants a black vest, short sleeve, vest. And I think she's a law student, so she wants it in all black. But I'm going to do cable on the front, make it in a fashionable way. So join me, let's knit this vest together for my customer. So it's going to be a little bit bogus. That's what she requested for. As she said bogus, I'm still going to consider her size because I don't want to, knit anything that will be falling out of her shoulder. So she's a kind of medium person. So, and I'm using double wool. You see what I mean by using double wool? I'm going to combine this together to knit. I'm going to combine it together just like this to knit, and I'm going to knit with tension 10 throughout because I just want the carriage passing so free. And the only place I will put a little design is in the front side. So guys, let's see how I will knit this. I'm knitting right now front side, so I'm going to go ahead and cast on 65 by 65 needles. So I'm going to knit in rib one by one, guys. So 65 by 65 needle, using tension 10 throughout my knitting. So I'm going to select the needle right now to rib one by one. So you can see what we have, guys. I'm going to cast on with E-wrap. So that's it, guys. I've already cast on by doing a wrap, and I'm going to hang my comb right now. I want to tell you that my yarn is on the floor. I'm going to use my hand to hold it. I'm not going to use antenna. So you need to learn that, how to use your hand to hold your yarn when knitting. So you get to learn that, how to use your hand to hold your yarn when you are knitting. So it's a separate yarn. I don't want to stress the yarn tension unit, so that's why I'm using my hand to hold my yarn. So give it a good space on the floor, and use your hand manually to tension it. So guys, after casting on, I'm going to knit 70 rows with tension 10. So I'm going to set my row counter right now. So I'm going to knit 70 rows with tension 10. So let's see, guys. So guys, here is 70 rows right now. I'm going to fold it. So I'm going to push them out. That's it, guys. So this is the rib 70 rows. So right now I'm going to go into the body of the vest right now. If you are using double yarn, so you get to use the double yarn to make sure you get the size, or you recalculate your yarn according to the knitting machine you are using. So we are knitting front right now, and I'm going to tell you about the back. After folding, if it is back, just knit 80 rows. Then here at the front side, after folding it, I'm going to go into my cable pattern. As I earlier said, that is cable pattern, and I'm going to do this cable pattern in 10 rows each. So I'm going to knit 80 rows with the pattern. So right now I'm going to knit 10 rows out of the 80 rows. 2, 8, 9, 10. So that's 10 rows, guys. So guys, after knitting 10 rows right now out of my 80 rows, I'm going to start the cable twisting. So I'm going to use this 3 by 3 I'm going to use 3 transfer tools, two, and go to needle 30 to 36. So that's the 6 needle I'm going to twist together to form the cable crossing or cable pattern right now. So I'm going to make my first cable twist right now. So I'm going to push it out, then go back in. That's it. To remove it, then I'm going to make sure this one go first to the first 3 needle, because we are having 6 empty needle. You can see 6 empty needle. So this is going first, and I'm going to land this on the remaining 3. That's it. So I'm going to, this is the 6 needle we just make crossing of cable here. So I'm going to leave these 2 needle and jump to the next 3 needle. So you can see the 2 needle and to the next 6 needles. So I'm going to make sure I know the one that goes first. This is the one I crossed first. So on this part, I'm going to cross this one first. So I'm going to cross this first. So removing it now. Then I'm going to cross this. You can find a way to hang this so that you can be able to cross well without not dropping any stitches. So go this way. So then I'm going to push them out, so you can see what we have. So the design starts from 30 needle, and this is the 30 needle, and go across 43 needle. This is a gap in between them. Then I'm going to go here and do the same thing. So that's it. I push it out, then push it back in. Then this go first, and this cross it. Then this is the 6 needles right now. I'm going to leave 2 and go to the next one. Then this will go first. So pushing them out and back inside. So this go first. That's it. Then this follow. That's it. So guys, you can see the crossing right now. You can see 6 and 6. Then this is another 6 6. So, and we have 2 in between. That is 2 stitches in between. So I'm going to push these 2 stitches out for easy knitting. That's it. And I'm going to go ahead and knit 10 rows. I said this pattern is going to take 10 rows each, and we are going to knit 80 rows. So right now I've already knit 10 rows and start my pattern. So I'm going to knit another 10 rows right now. Checking if they are okay. So that's it, guys. So right now I'm going to set my row counter. I've knitted 20 right now. So 20, so that as I'm busy twisting, I don't want to lose out of my counting. So that's it. So right now I'm going to change the pattern of the twisting again. So you can decide to follow it one pattern. So right now this one go first because it's this one that went first. So here go first and this follow. Then I'm keeping high on the two. Then this one will go first. Then this one will follow. Changing the movements, guys. Go first and overlap it. Then I'm going to push them out. Then this is it. This is it. Go. Go. Leaving these two. Go. And this follow. Then push them out. And knit 10 rows. So I'm going to continue twisting this till when I get to 80 rows. Right now I'm at 30 rows, so I need to knit more 50 rows with my cable twisting pattern. So guys, we are at 80 rows right now. So let's see the design right now. So you can see what we have. I hope you see it. So you can see what we have. Mm. So guys, you can see that I've make another crossing, for the cable, because the cable is going to get to the shoulder. And when you want to do it, I think you can avoid the neck area. My neck shaping is going to be for 32 needle, and the cable start from 30. At least you will have get to the top of the neck. So right now at 80 rows, once again, I just want to remind you that we are at 80 rows. So I'm going to start to shape for the armhole. So at both sides I'm going to be reducing 2 needles and knit 5 rows. So I'm going to do this for 10 rows right now before starting to shape for V-neck. I'm going to go in a simple way is, fashion decrease. So I'm going to go here. You can see there's a needle here. I'm going to go here and decrease 2 and shift this to meet up. Then to the other side, decrease 2 and shift this to meet up. I'm going to push them out too so that it can be easily knitted. Then I said I'm going to knit 5 rows right now. So you remember still tension 10. We are knitting in double yarn, so tension 10 is what I'm using. 5. So that's it. And you are going to have it in mind in our pattern counting. The pattern counting is 10 rows. So I'm going to go ahead again and make decrease here and shift this. This is armhole decreasing, armhole shaping. So here and here. So I'm going to knit another 5 rows. After the 5 rows, I'm going to do pattern crossing. So let's go, guys. 5. So that's it, guys. Pattern crossing right now. So guys, I just want to remind you, this is 80 straight. Then we have knitted 10 by shaping the armhole. So I'm going to continue to shape the armhole for another 40 rows, following the same method, decreasing 2 and knit 5 rows. So at both ends. So and I'm going to do that for another more 40 rows. So, and at the same time, I'm going to start to shape the V neck. So I'm starting the V neck at this point right now, and the V neck I'm going to be knitting 6 rows and decrease 2 needle. Same method of decreasing here, in a fashion decrease. So right now I'm going to start at the same time. I'm going to be doing the 2 decrease at the same time. So I'm going to go right here and decrease the armhole. I said for more 40 rows. So decrease, that's it. If you have this, you can use, but I just want it to be simple and clear. So decrease and move it. Then I'm going to keep this. So after decreasing at the both side right now, I'm going to divide my work and push this side out and push this left side out to hold. Then I've already, make the pattern crossing and decrease. So I'm going to concentrate on here. So right now I'm going to decrease, same method, decrease and move this. That is two needle is being decreased. So I'm going to do this decrease 16 times. Here 16 times. That 16 times is 32 needle out of the work. 32 needle as for the V-neck shaping. So I'm going to be decreasing 2 and knit 6 rows. Then here is 5 rows. Then the pattern is 10 rows. So it's like a kind of advanced, knitting. So I have a lot going on in this place. So right now I'm going to put my work on hold because of here. Then I'm going to be counting. So first of all, I have to count 5 rows and decrease. Then 6 rows and decrease. Then 10 rows and make the crossing. So let's see. So, oh guys, I need to push this a little bit in so that it can knit, so that it will not be, affected by the hold on button. So right now 5 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then decrease. So how am I going to know that I've gotten to the right place? My needle supposed to end at 45 needle, from 0 to 45 at 45 needle. Immediately I get there, I have to know that my 40 rows of armhole shaping is complete. Then these two, if I get to 32 needle, I have to know that my neck shaping is complete. So all what I need to be doing, all what I need to put in mind is the accounting. There are various counting of the rows. So then 6. So I have to decrease here. So I'm changing my row counter to for the neck shaping, so that when it gets to 100, then I can know that the neck shaping is complete. So that's 6 for the first one. Then I get to put this on my mind. Then knitting more 4 rows right now. 2, 3, 4. So at 10 rows right now, doing my crossing, then decreasing. So at the next side, I still have 2 rows to be knitted. Pushing it out, then return it a little. Then claw weight is needed. So knitting 1 row right now. 1, 2. So that's 6 for this decrease. No, I have row counter working that for me. That's 12. Then here I have to knit another 3 rows. 2, 3, 4 for this. 6 decrease. So 1, 2. Then crossing here. So I have 4 rows to knit here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then decreasing here. 4. Then I have to knit 1 row to make this 5. 5. This is 5 right now. Need another more 5, to knit this. And so that's it. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So decreasing here, all of them have to be worked on. Then this is 10, crossing here and decreasing here. Decrease and decrease. So that's it. Then crossing at the same time, you can see at the same time. Then I've already decreased. Then decrease here. Pushing it out a little. So that's it. Then knit 5 rows here right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then decrease the last one of the decrease. Here we are having 40 rows of armhole decrease plus the first 10, that is 50 rows of armhole decrease. I'm going to show you that, and I need to knit 1 row right now to decrease for the neck shaping. So because the neck shaping is 6, so 1, then decrease. So guys, the armhole shaping has ended. From the beginning of the shaping down to the end is 50 rows, and the needle here is at 45 needles. This is the end of the decrease here. So we have shaped, or we have decreased 10 times, decrease 2 needle and knit 5 rows. So this is 50 rows right now. So the decrease of the armhole has stopped. So I'm going to cross right now this pattern. Then I have another 2 rows to knit before shaping the neck. So I have to cross right now, but the armhole shaping has already stopped. And you remember that the neck shaping is for 100 rows. 100 rows. So right now, you know, crossing this. So that's it. Then I'm going to push them out a little and continue knitting till when I get to 90 rows. So I will continue crossing here, then continue shaping at 6 rows. By the time I get to 90 rows, that is at 30 needle. I'm still using my row counter to monitor how many rows I knit for the neck. So by the time I get to 90 rows, I'm going to shape again for the shoulder side. So let's see how this is being done. So I'm going to hang this. I have another you know another 2 rows to knit before shaping the neck right now. So 1, 2. For this, that's 2. Then this is 6, decreasing right now. That's at 42 rows here, decreasing right now. Then I've just knitted 2 rows of my pattern. Then if I finish knitting 6, that is, it will be 8 rows of this. So I'm going to knit 6 right now. That's 8 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 8 rows of this. Then shaping. Then I need to knit 6 rows, but I'm going to knit 2 rows to complete this 10. 1, 2. So I'm having less job right now. This. Then I'm going to push the crossing. Then knit more 4 rows. Then I'm going to cross. Then knit 6. 6. So crossing right now. Decrease. Then I'm going to cross. So I'm going to knit right now 6 rows. 6. Here is remaining 4. Knit 6 rows, but I'm going to knit 6 rows after decreasing, but I'm going to knit 4 rows to complete this. Later I'm going to come back and complete 6 rows. So knitting 4 rows right now. 4. Then I'm going to cross this right now. I'm going to cross this right now. Then to complete the neck shaping 2 rows right now. 1, 2. Then shape for the neck. So if I need 6 rows, here is going to be 8 rows. So for the neck, then 6. So that's it, guys. 6. Then I have 2 rows more. Then right now I'm going to decrease and shift this. So my needle right now is at 28 needles. That is, I've removed 28 needles right now. So I need to knit more 2 rows to cross this. Then that's one, two. Pattern is getting close to the neck shaping. So at 30, so it's getting hard here because of the neck decrease and the twisting. So I'm going to knit it gently over there. So this go. So that's it there. I'm going to knit 4 rows more for the neck shaping. I've already knit 2, so I'm going to knit more 4 rows. Then that 4 rows is going to be the starting of another crossing. So that's it, guys. 4. So that's it. So decreasing right now. Then I've knitted 4 rows of the crossing. Then that is, I have to knit 6 rows before crossing again, and that 6 rows is the 6 rows I need to knit for this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I need to cross. Then the rows right now is 90 rows for neck shaping. We are at 90 rows, so I'm having only one decrease right now. I'm having only one decrease right now, and I'm going to do my last crossing right now. So you can see what we have, but there's a special thing that is going to go on here. So with these 10 rows remaining for the neck shaping, and that 10 rows is to, take the works back, increase the work down to 50, because here is 45 needle. So I'm going to extend the shoulder back to 50. So that's why I said this knitting class is like advanced. So right now I'm going to decrease, and the way I do decrease, then decrease. So that's my last decrease at the neck side. So, and I'm going to go ahead and knit 6 rows, but that 6 rows I have to do the little crossing, and the crossing is being eaten up by my decrease. 2 needle is out of it. So I'm going to see how I'm going to go about it, but here I can still do my crossing here. That's it. Then at this side, it's not going to be possible, but the needle, because the needle are not complete for that twisting, so it's not going to be possible. It's going to stop here. So right now I'm going to take the shoulder with the remaining 10 rows, to 50. So how will I do that? I'm going to be increasing, 1 needle and knit 2 rows. Right now I have 10 rows to knit to make the neck shaping to be 100. So how do I do this? I'm going to shift this. You can see I'm collecting 2 stitches and take it to this needle. Then I have one empty needle in between. So this empty needle, I'm going to take a strand, the heel of this stitch. I think you people can see this. I'm going to take the heel of this stitch right now and extend it to increase this stitch right now. You can see what I do. Then I'm going to push them all out and knit 2 rows right now. The shaping of the neck has ended, so is to increase. to 50 by knitting 2 rows. So I just make one increase now with one needle, then I'm knitting 2 rows. So I say 1, 2. So then I'm going to go ahead and shift these 2 stitches. Then I have one empty needle at the center here. You can see this needle. Let me drop this. Then I'm going to take the heel of this stitch. So I'm supposed to take the inner one, but doing that crossing is not possible. So I'm taking this. Then I'm going to knit 2 rows and 2. So now I'm going to increase. That's it. One needle here. Then take the heel and bring it back to work and knit 2 rows. So I'm going to do that again to increase. Take the heel of this and increase and knit 2 rows. So the last one, guys, then take the heel and increase and knit 2 rows. So I'm going to knit 2 rows right now to bind off. So that's it. You can see what we have. It's like coughing back to C. I'm going to bind off. So you can see what we have, guys. You can see what we have. You can see how it is. So this is the armhole. This is the armhole. So the armhole is coming back as C. So I'm going to go ahead and repeat same here. So I hope you understand this, guys. So what I need to do again, let me just explain in a simple way. I'm going to be decreasing for the neck shaping. I'm going to be decreasing 2 needle and knit 6 rows till my needle get to 32 needles. That is, I'm going to do that for 16 times. Then that 16 times I'm going to be knitting 6 rows. 6 rows. For that 16 times I'm going to be knitting 6 rows. So then at the armhole shaping, I have to continue to decrease for armhole shaping 2 needles and be knitting 5 rows. I'll be shaping 2 and knit 5 rows for 8 times. That is 40 rows. Then my pattern crossing will be happening in between them at 10 rows. I think you understand what I mean. The crossing of the cable will be happening at 10 rows, and this I will be decreasing 2 needles and knit 6 rows. Then here I will be decreasing 2 needle and knit 5 rows for 8 times. Here is going to be 16 times. Then at the end of the knitting, when I get to 90 rows for the neck shaping, I'm going to bring back, increase the shoulder side by bringing it back to 50, 50 needle by the shoulder side to cuff the armhole to 50 needles. I've already made my crossing and I'm going to decrease right now at the neck. I've already decreased the armhole before starting this. So what I need to do is to decrease the neck right now. That's it. Then I'm going to set my row counter to help me for the neck counting to 00 because it's 100 row for the neck shaping. So it's going to be guiding me for my 6 rows. Then here I'm going to be counting 5 rows, and here I'm going to be counting 10 rows. So let me put this in place to help me to count for the neck shaping. So right now I'm going to release this to work, and I'm going to go ahead and knit right now 5 rows, because this is the first shaping, is the lowest rows. So this is 5. So I'm doing the first one right now, and the first one of the neck shaping. So knit 5 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I have to decrease here, because it's 5 rows right now. I have to decrease. Then here is 5 rows. Then this is 5, so it's supposed to be 6 rows. So I've already decreased this. They are knitting 1 rows right now. That is 6 rows for here at the neck. Then I'm decreasing neck shaping. Remaining 4 rows, to come here and decrease, and to twist my design. Then if I knit that 4 rows, this is remaining 2 rows to complete. So I have to be reading it, and thank God that this is counting this for me. So I have to be monitoring this. So guys, this is how I will continue knitting and be decreasing, till I remove 32 needle for the neck shaping, and the armhole shaping will be at 45 needles. Then I will continue making my pattern till when I get to 90 rows. So guys, see you at 90 rows. So guys, you can see what we have right now. You can see the front side, the armhole. This is the starting of the armhole, and you can see the way it's curved back. That's it. So, and the design, the cable pattern there, so you can see how is it. Then the v-neck shaping here, you can see what we have. V-neck shaping. So that's it, guys. I hope you can see this. So right now I want to say the method of knitting, or the rows before the armhole shaping. We knit this and this 110 rows to the upside of the vest. So also the back side also. So you can see the back side, I shape it the same way I shape the front side. That shaping side is the same thing with the back side. So the back side, knit the rib and knit 80 rows. After the 80 rows, just shape for 50 rows. Decrease 2 needle and knit 5 rows for 10 times, or we first did 2 times before 40. So, and this upper side at the 10 row, make sure you increase the work to 50, so you can see same armhole shaping. So that's it, guys. So I'm going to go ahead right now and fix the armhole bound, then the neck bound. I'm going to fix that also. So guys, fixing the neck band right now, you can see what we have. This is the back side. I've already fixed on 0 to 70. 0, I've already fixed on 0 to 70, the back side. So here is the front side. So I'm going to fix it in batches. So here is going to be 70, and this place is going to be 70. Fixing this side right now on 70 needle. So I'm going to do it separately and join it later. So you can see the back right here is on 70 needles. This is center 0 to 70 needle. and I'm going to fix from the center point to here on 70 needle. So just like this, here to the center of the front side on 70 needle. So here on 70 needle. So you can see what we have right now, and I'm going to make this needle overlap, then fix. So guys, you can see what we have right now. This is 70 to 70. You can see that it's half of the neck, because this can't go in on the bed at once. So this is half of the neck bound. So I'm going to do this part separately and join it later. So right now, I'm having 70 by 70, and I'm going to use tension 10 to knit 2 rows right now. See my double yarn. So that's it, guys. After the 2 rows, I'm going to select rib one by one, change my tension to tension 8, yeah, and select my needle to rib one by one. So that's it, guys. I'm going to knit with tension 8 more 38 rows. So right now, the total row is 40 rows. So the first 2 rows before 38 rows in tension 8. So I'm going to fold it right now. So guys, you can see what we have right now. I'm going to bind off. Then I'm going to go ahead and repeat same. This is 70 needle. I'm going to fix on 70 needle this side, and knit the same way, 40 rows with tension 8. Knit the same way as this and bind off. Then I'm going to proceed to armhole. So I'm not going to knit any row. I'm just going to go ahead and bind off. So guys, you can see what we have here. So you can see the neck right now. So I'm going to go ahead and fix the armhole. So the armhole is going to be the same way. So I'm going to go ahead right now and fix the armhole. So you can see I'm going to join here and join there. So you can see what we have. So the armhole right now. So guys, the armhole is going to be fixed on 65 by 65 needle. So I'm going to go ahead right now and fix. So guys, I'm going to go back and knit 2 rows. Then select my needle to rib one by one, just the same thing as the neck side. Then I'm going to knit. After now, I'm going to change my tension back to 8 and knit more 38 rows, just like the neck band. So I'm going to bind off right now and repeat same to the other side of the armhole. Thank you, guys. You can see what we have right now as the sleeve. You can see the band right now. So you can see it. You can see the band. You can see how curve it is. So that's it.